Self-acceptance. I can confidently say that most people walking on this earth have at some point in their lives faced lack of self-acceptance. This is a problem that has perpetuated behaviors in our lives that are self-detrimental. Once you can just master this one thing of self-acceptance, everything else in your life will just come together in one piece. When you do not accept yourself, when you do not know who you are, when you do not know the things you like, the things you don't like, the things you accept, the things you don't accept, the things you will tolerate, the things you do not tolerate, the boundaries you set, how you respect yourself, how you know who you are. When you do not know who you are, you begin to compare. Naturally, you begin to compare. You begin to compare your life to the life of others, and that is the biggest problem you could ever have, bro. You begin to look down upon yourself. You begin to see everything you have as inferior. You begin to develop this inferior mindset. And that inferior mindset, once it comes, it goes into every other area of your life. Comparison destroys people. It's almost like everything has been made to make you feel inferior, to make you feel like you're not good enough. That's where self-acceptance comes in. Once you can accept yourself for who you are, once you do not beat yourself down for not having the things that that person may have, or not having the things that this person may have, once you can accept yourself, once you can actually begin to like yourself, when you can love yourself, and when you can accept that if I make this mistake, it's okay. When you can accept your mistakes, when you can accept your failures, when you can accept that you cannot be the most perfect person in the universe. You cannot, bro, you cannot be the most perfect person. You will be, bro, you will be dying on the inside. You will be killing yourself, trying to be that perfect star, that trying to be the perfect influencer, trying to be, have this perfect lifestyle, all these accolades, all these titles, the lavish car, the lavish house, killing yourself on social media, trying to show this lavish life. When you do not accept yourself, bro, you will try to be such a perfectionist, try to be seen as perfect, try to be seen as the thing to be, the life to have. Bro, that is such a miserable life to have. That is such a miserable thing you can, bro, it's so miserable. And it's never worked out, bro. It's never worked out. Even in high school, there was this one, I don't know if I could call him a friend, but there was this guy, I was trying to be like their social circle. And one day he just pulled me to the side and he was like, bro, just be yourself, bro. I see you trying to fit in and it's not gonna work, bro. Just be yourself. And it was some good advice, bro. And I'll always respect him. We don't talk, we're not friends, but I'll always respect you for telling me that, because that really, it really changed my perspective, you know? So the first thing you need to do is you need to actually like yourself, bro. Many people, if they really take the time to look into their lives, to look at themselves, they do not like themselves. They do not like social media and social norms. And I know it's cringe. People are like tired of hearing, blame, why are you blaming social media? Why? Bro, it is to blame. It has blown everything out of proportion. People don't like themselves. They don't like what they have. They're not comfortable with what they have because they always needing that person's life. They're always needing this. They're always needing that. People will not like the most random things. They may not like their jawline. They may not like their nose. For example, me, I used to hate my nose. I used to be so, how can I say? I used to be so insecure about my nose, bro. Begin to like yourself. Actually, genuinely like yourself. and it will make such a change in your life. The second thing is you need to actually love yourself. So after you like yourself, after you start liking yourself, you need to love yourself, because you won't just automatically love yourself just like that. You need to first start, start a bit lower, start liking yourself, start telling yourself good things about yourself, start speaking positive about yourself, bringing positive into your life, into your mind, into your world. Because when you speak positive things, remember that your actions, they come from your thoughts. So if you're always thinking positive, you'll start liking yourself, you'll start actually loving yourself. And then when you couple that with, when you start loving yourself, you content, like you see yourself like, bro, I'm actually good the way I am right now. Not that I'm not gonna progress and make it in life, not that I'm not gonna try to achieve what I want to achieve, not that I'm gonna forget about my purpose and my goals, but you just take a seat back and you actually think like, I'm actually okay with myself. I actually accept myself for who I am. Bro, you become so dangerous, bro. When you actually love yourself, you're not trying to validate, you're not trying to get validated. You're not trying to prove yourself. You actually accept yourself and you love yourself for who you are. Do you know how dangerous you will be? The third thing, you have to accept your mistakes. You have to accept your downfalls. And this couples with the fourth thing, which is you have to accept that you cannot be perfect all the time. You have to accept your mistakes, your downfalls, and you have to accept that you cannot always be perfect. When you fail, just tap yourself on the shoulder and just encourage yourself. Look at what you've managed to achieve and push yourself up for that. Do not bring yourself down. So if you don't believe in yourself, who else is gonna believe in you, bro? You're cooked, bro. But yeah, that's it for me for this video. I know I haven't been here for a while. Life has been crazy. Really crazy, but yeah, man, I'll just try. Make sure to say hi to your mom for me.